Good morning, fellow Chelsea fans. Looking for your daily fix of all things CFC? You found it. Here at AG Chelsea TV, we're dedicated to delivering the latest news, rumors, and insights on the Blues, day in and day out. Whether it's transfer gossip, match reactions, or deep dives into the squad, we've got you covered. Don't be the last to know. Smash that subscribe button and become a true Blue. Let's dive into the updates in today's video. Enzo Maresca responds after Chelsea owners march in a dressing room following Brighton defeat. Enzo Maresca has delivered his response after Chelsea's owners stormed into the dressing room following Saturday's 3-1 defeat against Brighton. Chelsea co-controlling owner Badad Abelai and sporting directors Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart, plus Joe Shields and Sam Jewell, all marched straight into the changing room area at Stamford Bridge. Brighton players were still out on the pitch celebrating with the 3,000-plus traveling supporters, while Chelsea stars went down the tunnel and gathered in the dressing room to be addressed by Maresca and the owners. When asked for his reaction to Chelsea's owners going inside the changing room post-match, Maresca admitted that it's common practice. They have been inside the changing room, like always, the Italian said. We have an office inside the changing room, where after every game, we sit and we talk about the game. But they did not say anything to the players. It was nothing completely different compared to the rest of the games. Chelsea made a fast start against the Seagulls and went 1-0 ahead through Enzo Fernandez in the 24th minute. The Blues had opportunities to double their lead, but were punished when Danny Welbeck leveled in the second half after Trevoh Chalobah had been sent off for a last-man foul on Diego Gomez. Brighton then dominated with the man advantage and found the all-important winner in the 92nd minute as Maxim de Kuiper, a summer signing from Club Brugge, scored his first Seagulls goal with a close-range header. Welbeck added his second and Brighton's third deep into stoppage time to seal their second Premier League win of the season in West London, after beating Manchester City 2-1 last month. Chelsea set to move for €30 million La Liga star. Chelsea's hunt for midfield reinforcements has taken them to Spain, with reports linking them to Barcelona's Marc Casado. According to Kotov side Saikot, Chelsea are willing to offer around 25 to €30 million for the 21-year-old midfielder. This development could be significant, not only because of Casado's potential, but also due to Chelsea's urgent need for balance in the center of the pitch. It's not just Chelsea keeping tabs on the youngster. Saikot also reported that Newcastle United are keen on Casado as well. Multiple Premier League clubs are keeping tabs on his development. That interest could drive up the competition and put pressure on Chelsea to act swiftly in January. Casado has shown promise with Barcelona's first team and academy system, combining technical precision with energy off the ball. For a side like Chelsea, who often struggle to control the tempo, this could be a welcome addition. The report highlights he will help them control the tempo of the game and drive the team forward. He has the technical attributes to do well in the Premier League, and Casado could prove to be a solid long-term acquisition for Chelsea. For a fee in the region of 25 to €30 million, the investment could represent smart business. In today's market, that figure is hardly excessive for a player with such growth potential. The article notes, the opportunity to move to Chelsea could be exciting for the youngster. They are one of the biggest clubs in the world, and they have a formidable project. Chelsea's poor start to the season has left fans frustrated, but adding Casado in January could be a step toward building consistency. Young talents have thrived at Stamford Bridge in recent years, and Casado may see it as the perfect chance to develop on a bigger stage. Chelsea will push to sign Nico Paz. The talented young Argentina international has shown during his time in Serie A, and Real Madrid's plan is to re-sign him with a buyback clause they have in his contract next summer. However, Chelsea are also keen on Paz and look ready to push for his signature. Paz currently looks most likely to return to Madrid, but there's a catch. Como would ideally like to offer him a new contract so they can remove the buyback clause and cash in on him for more money. If Paz has already agreed to return to Real Madrid, then there's not much Chelsea can do. But the strong interest from their recruitment team suggests they've been given an indication that there's some hope. The 21-year-old perfectly fits the bill for this Blues ownership. And if he agrees to a new deal with Como, then that could pave the way for a big money move to Stamford Bridge. Como are understood to value Paz at around 80 million euros, so it makes sense for them to try to avoid Real bringing him back on the cheap. For now, it seems Real remain confident that they'll be able to bring Paz back to the Bernabeu. My source said, Chelsea love Nico. Chelsea will push for sure. Real Madrid are confident, but Como will try to negotiate a new contract for him to remove the buyback clause. They believe they could then sell him for as much as 80 million euros. This makes sense as they're currently in control of his future, but this looks like one to watch as CFC gets serious about pursuing him. One imagines other big clubs could also get involved at some point, as Paz looks like he has a big future at the highest level in the game. Maresca has no choice and has to make controversial defender decision now. Another red card for Chelsea helped condemn them to a 3-1 defeat at home today, and also puts them in big trouble going forward. They were already short of options at the back. Now, they're in an even tougher situation. For The Athletic, Simon Johnson suggested a controversial move could be made out of desperation. Surely Maresca has no choice to bring Axel Disasi back in from the cold now, the Chelsea correspondent wrote. Chelsea's center-back options are dropping like flies. Trevoh Chalobah has become the latest who will miss the game against champions Liverpool next weekend, following his red card for a professional foul against Brighton. Disasi will not be match fit, having been exiled to the bomb squad all summer while trying to get a move away. Yet he surely has to at least be considered for a bench role to provide some sort of cover next week. When Maresca is asked about it in the press conference shortly, we're sure he will say what he always says, that it's not within his control. It certainly is a big moment for the whole bomb squad philosophy. Practically speaking, there is absolutely no reason to not bring Disasi back in now. He should probably be starting, let alone put on the bench. But as we all know by now, the bomb squad is not just about giving the manager a smaller, happier group to work with. It's about making life so dull for those included that they are more likely to accept moves away, even those that don't seem so tempting. If the club allow players back into the main group, they may worry it undermines the whole philosophy of the bomb squad, which would then become less effective in the future, with players believing they actually have a chance to return to the main group. That's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you find my updates useful. Bye-bye, and see you in the next video.